It's Foodie Friday. Okay, so I just went live on my personal page and my dad hopped on and I knew I wasn't in the right place. So I was like, peace, Dad. Wrong place. So here I am. So I'm camping right now. It might look like I'm glamping because I'm inside a camper, but I wanted to get on here and show you what I do and how I stayed successful from the beginning of my journey compared to now. I have no recipe plan. I'm literally making my lunch, and when I go camping or go somewhere out of town or I'm on the go, I decide what I want to eat, and then I basically throw everything together to make it a meal for me. I kind of make it a game. I've done that from the beginning, so I because I like volume, I like to think, what can I eat and fit it, how much food can I eat and fit it into my calorie range without going over. And it's all about that mindset and how you think about the situation you're in and how you're going to be successful. Because I could have totally stressed out and thinking, oh my gosh, this is too much food or this is not enough food, and it's going to be a game changer when you think that way. So I basically decided what I want to eat. I always add a protein to my meal, and so I based it off of today, or I based that off of what I wanted to eat for lunch. So I have this chicken. I shared this last Friday. I had this in my freezer. I'm like, I'm gonna bring this chicken with me, and I'm going to make just a high volume meal with things that I like to eat. So back in the day, I would do a little bit more planning depending on my schedule. So if I had to go to work, obviously I'm going to want to plan because I can't cook when I'm at work. So depending on what you're doing throughout the day, determined whether or not I was going to wing it, plan it, or just grab something on the go. And so it was helpful to obviously know your schedule and what's going on. I'm camping. I can eat anything because I'm just out here doing nothing. Well, I am fishing, but so let me show you. The only thing that I really like to plan when I go places is protein. I'm like, how am I going to get my protein in? Because I base all my meals off of protein. It makes it easier for me to eat. So I also I take my spiralizer with me everywhere. It's kind of silly, but this thing is my friend. So I am going to spiralize a sweet potato. So when I first started out, here's the whole sweet potato. I didn't know what, I guess a serving of a sweet potato looked like, right? And so I would weigh out my vegetables and my fruit and my meat, my chicken, my tuna fish, not my tuna fish. I would just scan the can of my tuna fish. I would just weigh out my portion sizes because I didn't know what a portion size looked like. The can's going to tell me one serving equals this many calories, and I didn't know what that looked like. So for me, it was helpful to know, learn what what a serving looked like for everything that I ate, so that I now know I don't I might not be exactly on the dot with the calories, but I know I'm in the right range, and that's just how I've been most successful. And have I gone over my calorie range? Absolutely. It's happened so many times. But that's how I've learned, and so that's just my tip for you actually right now is if you aren't even certain what a serving of chicken looks like start practicing at finding that out. Like if I look at this bag and it's 3 ounces is one serving, I know what 3 ounces looks like on my plate because of being consistent tracking my food. So, let me show you what this thing does. Basically, once I decide what meat I'm going to eat, I just add things to it to create a meal. I know some of you guys don't like cooking. Which makes winging things a little bit harder. So your best bet is probably planning. So I just spiralized this sweet potato up. When I first started my journey, I probably would have ate this entire sweet potato because I thought, you know, sweet potato is healthy, right? So I'm going to eat this whole entire thing. Not even realizing that that's probably 400 or 500 calories of potatoes. I would normally put this in a frying pan, but I don't know if you can hear my generator is going right now, making this all loud. So I would have to turn on my pan if I turn on my propane, and I don't want to do that. So I have my electric skillet right here. It's hot. And because I like volume, I eat a lot of vegetables, and vegetables are going to give you more nutrients. And so this is a zucchini, and I just dice it up. Sometimes I cut things up differently just to make my meals look different, but I eat a lot of the same things. I just find different ways to eat them. And I'm just adding some peppers. Throwing this all on here. And then I'll add some chicken. I've never made chicken on a skillet before or heated this up. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to put some on there. The more consistent you are at tracking your food, the better off you're going to be down the road. And hi Tara. The more you're going to know, like I could tell you that how many calories this is going to be based off of what I've ate when I've ate it before. Like this is probably 100 calories in sweet potatoes, like 50 calories in vegetables right here, and 100 calories in chicken. And I do also try to choose like lower calorie options just because, I mean, I'm camping, I know I'm going to eat like marshmallows and chocolate later. So here I like to add just lower calorie barbecue sauce. Like this barbecue sauce has 2 grams of carbs, so it's like 10 calories. This is like 10 calories. This is like 50 calories. So I always try to choose the lower calorie option just so that I can eat more food. because I like food. I didn't always eat the high volume. There's times where I go and have like a higher calorie, lower volume meal. But I like the high volume because it's a game. It's a game to me. Like, how can I fit all this food into my diet and still be successful? Alright. Can you hand me a spatula? Actually, never mind. This one works.
Can I get some cherries?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Caprice. I also make sure that I have my favorite seasoning with me. I actually don't even have a favorite seasoning, you guys. I always say that. Any seasoning that's spicy is my favorite. And this one is one that I found, I don't even know if you can see that. I found this in, I don't know, I think I found this in Utah when I was visiting my sister. This at the grocery store. And I still have it. And it's super yummy. So I always season my my vegetables. If I was cooking my chicken, I would season my chicken too. One thing that I don't do, another thing I don't do is I don't add oil. Because this is so spicy, every time I cook with it, it makes me gag because it's like spicy in the air. If my sister watches this, she'll remember, because when I cooked with it at her house, she was like, I can't breathe. So I don't add extra oil to my cooking unless I absolutely have to, because that's just more calories and I don't need it. It's not sticking to my pan, so we're good. I think a lot of people forget that dressing and oil and just like different sauces has calories too. So then I just cook this up. If this was in a frying pan, this would take not that long. I do like my vegetables burnt and a little bit crispy, but I don't think it's gonna happen today, guys, on this thing. I didn't get to watch Eddie's drink live. It was very glitchy for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now, if I was making this, my kids are out playing and looking for shells, but if they were going to be eating this with me right now, I would just add probably this whole sweet potato and the whole bag of chicken, because there's a lot of us. But because I'm just making this for me, I'm just making a mom-sized portion. My daughter always says to me, Mom, you eat a lot. But it's just the portion sizes. I like them big. I'm okay with eating vegetables, raw, cooked, all that stuff. Along with this, I actually already ate. Hold on, you guys are propped up on a bag of rice cakes right now. And now you're propped up on a bag, or on my bottle of barbecue sauce. These are my go-to rice cakes. And so I already ate 5 of these actually. Can you give me a plate, baby? Please. Over there. Never mind. I'll grab it. Okay. So, I'm just gonna take all this off here. Now, I wasn't always able to, wing my meals, but like I said, over time, I just was able to know how many calories are in the foods, or at least a rough range of how many calories are in the foods that I enjoy eating. And if I eat something that I'm not used to eating, obviously I don't know the range, but it's not something that stresses me out, because you gotta be flexible while you're creating this lifestyle. Because I mean, if I go to birthday parties or barbecues, I just had a 4th of July barbecue and someone made some pork shoulder roast. It was amazing. And I don't even know how many calories are in pork shoulder. And that's okay. Okay, so this is my high volume lunch, and I will probably put some barbecue sauce on there. Oh, it's behind my, hold on, I'm changing the back out. So I just put on there, and I know what a serving size looks like now, because I was consistent just tracking it, and now I just have it, it's just part of my lifestyle now, because I enjoy eating these things. I eat them quite frequently. So yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna eat this, and I hope you guys have an awesome Friday, and I will see you soon.